Every day that goes by is a step closer to Grand Theft Auto 6. Honestly, this game is either going to be the biggest hit of the decade, or it will be the biggest flop in gaming history. There's really no in between. Every little detail, activity, and job will truly count for this game, and if it doesn't meet the expectations of previous Rockstar titles, like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Grand Theft Auto 5, then there will be major outrage from fans demanding change. People want to feel like they are actually in the game, and to meet that expectation, you have to match the jobs and businesses with the environment and surroundings. This not only affects the story mode, but also the future of GTA Online and GTA RP, because depending on the businesses added, it could make or break the lifespan of this game. Today, we'll be going over every confirmed job in Grand Theft Auto 6, along with speculated jobs that people want badly in this game, starting with real estate. Real estate is probably one of the most requested business features for GTA 6, and honestly, it makes a lot of sense. If Rockstar wants players to feel like they're actually building a criminal empire in Leonida, then property ownership is one of the best ways to accomplish that. We've already seen massive luxury penthouses, beachfront mansions, apartment complexes, and commercial buildings throughout the trailers and screenshots. Leonida looks significantly larger and more diverse than Los Santos, which means there are far more opportunities for players to invest in different types of properties. Now, being able to purchase property is one thing, but being able to hold the property as an investment and then flip it is a different story. Being able to renovate homes, apartments, warehouses, shops, and turning that around for profit based on demand in the area would be a huge detail that would simulate real-world real estate. Property ownership has obviously existed in multiple Rockstar games before. We saw it in multiple Grand Theft Auto games and even in Red Dead Redemption 2 through camp and property upgrades. Rockstar clearly understands that players enjoy spending their money on something meaningful and something to build on, rather than buying a single vehicle, putting a few upgrades on it, and calling it a day. The second reason is actually more important. Money has to matter. One of the biggest complaints about GTA 5 was that by the end of the story, players had hundreds of millions of dollars with almost nothing useful to spend it on. Yes, you could generate more capital like buying the golf course, but it wasn't something truly extraordinary. GTA Online eventually solved that problem by introducing businesses, properties, and expensive luxury items, but story mode never truly evolved beyond that. If Rockstar wants GTA 6's economy to feel meaningful, they need complicated long-term investments where you need to put true thought into what to buy. Real estate is the perfect solution. Imagine purchasing rental properties throughout Vice City. Maybe you can buy warehouses used for smuggling operations, maybe beachfront condos generate passive income, or even luxury penthouses unlock exclusive missions and business opportunities, similar to GTA 5 but on steroids. The possibilities are honestly endless. And considering Florida's real-world obsession with luxury real estate, it would fit perfectly within the world Rockstar is building. But while real estate is something fans want, the first truly confirmed line of work in GTA 6 is something much more dangerous but far more rewarding: drug running. According to Rockstar's official character descriptions, Jason spent years working for local drug runners in the Leonida Keys. This isn't fan speculation, this is actual information that Rockstar directly released. What's interesting is that Jason appears to still be connected to these operations when the story begins. Throughout Trailer 2, we see multiple shots involving boats, warehouses, airboats, and suspicious exchanges taking place away from the public eye. If you've ever watched crime documentaries centered around Florida, you'll know that smuggling routes throughout the Keys have been a major part of criminal history for decades. Rockstar seems to be using that inspiration heavily. Drug running could easily become one of the first criminal careers available in the game, and maybe players begin with smaller deliveries for local crews before eventually moving into larger operations involving boats, aircrafts, and international smuggling routes. I think with the map speculated to be very large, these smuggling routes will vary based on your decisions and missions, similar to the bulletin boards in GTA 5. What makes this particularly exciting is that it naturally scales with progression. At the beginning, you're moving small amounts of product. Later, you're coordinating entire shipments worth millions of dollars. And if Rockstar combines this with a business ownership system, it could become one of the most profitable activities in both story mode and GTA Online. You might even have to wash your money using other businesses. For example, if Rockstar added a car wash business to the game, you can move your cash to that business to try and prove you made it legally. I don't think it will be that complex, but maybe Rockstar will let you choose these options based on your selected difficulty in the story mode. But moving drugs isn't the only criminal activity Rockstar has already shown us, because the next job is one that has been a staple of the franchise for decades: robberies. When most people think of Grand Theft Auto, they think about stealing cars, causing chaos, and robbing businesses. GTA 6 appears to be taking all of those ideas and expanding them significantly. We've already seen Jason and Lucia rob multiple convenience stores, armed standoffs, and law enforcement responding to major major crimes. And perhaps most importantly, we've seen what appears to be large-scale heists. One of the biggest pieces of evidence comes from Raul Bautista. According to Rockstar, Raul is an experienced bank robber who is constantly looking for people willing to take bigger risks for bigger rewards. That description alone tells us a lot. It suggests that robberies aren't simply one-off story missions. Instead, they may function as an entire progression path throughout the game. Maybe smaller robberies eventually unlock larger opportunities, your crew expands, and different robberies require specific skills and planning. Rockstar already proved with GTA 5 that they can create incredible heist systems. Now, imagine that technology has improved by over a decade and a half. Speaking of criminal work, another confirmed role is working as an enforcer. Now, Rockstar hasn't directly called it that, but if you look at Bryden Hedder's character description, it's clear Jason is involved in various criminal tasks for him. That likely includes collecting debts, imitating rivals, protecting shipments, and handling problems that require force. These types of jobs are extremely common in organized crime structures. While these missions may sound simple, Rockstar could use them to introduce players to criminal organizations throughout Leonida. And that brings us to another job that's heavily suggested by the trailers: smuggling. If drug running is one branch of criminal activity, smuggling is the larger umbrella. The geography of Leonida practically guarantees that. The state is surrounded by water. There are islands everywhere. We've seen ports, marinas, cargo facilities, and countless boats. Rockstar didn't spend years building all of that just for decoration. All of these buildings should be fully accessible. Whether it's weapons, drugs, stolen goods, or rare items, smuggling seems like a natural fit for this environment. And if Rockstar introduces dynamic routes that change based on law enforcement activity, weather, or rival organizations, these missions could become some of the most immersive content in the game. Now let's move into some of the jobs that aren't officially confirmed, but have extremely strong evidence behind them. The first is bounty hunting. One of the more overlooked moments in the trailers involves Leonida's obsession with crime coverage and wanted individuals. We've seen television segments discussing criminals and police actively hunting suspects. We've also seen a massive focus on the state's justice system. A bounty hunting system would fit perfectly. Imagine receiving tips through your phone, tracking targets across the map, deciding whether to bring them back dead or alive, and earning rewards based on performance. RDR2 already proved that Rockstar can create engaging bounty systems, which personally, I love bounty hunting the most out of Red Dead Redemption 2. So bringing that concept into GTA 6 wouldn't surprise me at all. Another activity that surprised a lot of people is fishing. Some people immediately dismiss this as background animation, but Rockstar doesn't usually spend resources animating detailed activities unless they serve a purpose. Fishing worked incredibly well in RDR2, and it offered a slower but more relaxing break from constant action. Considering Leonida's massive coastline, fishing feels like a natural addition, especially if rare catches can be sold for profit. Also, having your own charter business to rent out boats would also work as a side income with this. The little details like hiring someone to clean boats, maintaining the supplies, and building up a small business like this to run on its own will really make you think twice before purchasing a business. The next potential job is underground fighting. We've seen combat trading, cage fighting environments, and Lucia actively training throughout the trailers. Many fans believe Rockstar could introduce MMA tournaments or underground fight clubs. This mechanic is directly taken from previous Grand Theft Auto games, which fans have wanted back desperately. This would create another way to earn money while also improving character abilities. Imagine climbing through amateur tournaments before eventually fighting high-profile opponents for huge payouts. It's exactly the kind of side progression Rockstar loves to create. Then there's one of the most modern possibilities in the entire game: social media influencer. Trailer 1 made it pretty clear social media is going to be everywhere. Leonida is absolutely obsessed with going viral, and the entire world seems to be built around internet culture, and it relates a lot to Miami, Florida, and the content we see filmed there today. Because of that, many fans believe Rockstar may allow players to earn money through content creation, maybe recording stunts, posting videos, and building online popularity. And considering Rockstar's love for satire, the idea of becoming a social media influencer feels more realistic than ever. Another major possibility involves the music industry. Booby Ike and Draquan Priest are officially connected to music businesses and record labels. Rockstar didn't randomly create these characters. They're likely tied to larger systems within the game. This also shows how in-depth Rockstar went with their software, but also shows something greater. Imagine if the fanbase created the music for GTA 6. I mean, the software is there. It looks very similar to FL Studio, which is used to create music. So what if how good your music is directly relates to how much it is played on the radio, and how much you get paid by your record label? Whether that's managing artists, promoting events, owning venues, or investing in entertainment businesses. But considering how important music has always been to GTA, it wouldn't be surprising if Rockstar expanded that aspect significantly. Now, let's talk about some fan favorite jobs people desperately want to see. Street racing. This one one almost feels inevitable. The trailers are filled with customized vehicles, takeover events, street culture, performance cars, and crowded highways. If GTA 6 doesn't include a deep racing scene, people will be shocked. Many players want illegal races, legal races, and betting systems. Vehicle progression and online tournaments have become such a huge part of Grand Theft Auto 5. It could easily become one of the most popular ways to earn money on Grand Theft Auto 6 as well. Another highly requested activity is hunting, but this can also be turned into a job. Florida's wildlife appears to be far more detailed than anything we've seen in previous GTA games. We've already seen alligators, birds, deer, and countless other animals, so who knows how much more they will add. Red Dead Redemption 2 featured one of the greatest hunting systems ever created, and by God, if Rockstar doesn't add this, I know a lot of people, including myself, will be very unhappy. The hunting in GTA 5 felt so bland. Yes, we had a few missions here and there, but nothing compared to Red Dead and the indulgent aspect of it. If Rockstar carries even a portion of that system into GTA 6, hunting could become a surprisingly deep profession, which could branch into other business opportunities like owning your own butcher shop or providing for local stores. Then there's the possibility of odd jobs and gig work. One interesting line from trailer 2 involves Jason talking about fixing leaks. Now, this doesn't mean he's a plumber, but it does suggest that ordinary work may exist throughout Leonida, or it could just be implying the amount of content leaked for Grand Theft Auto 6. We could have delivery jobs, transportation jobs, or maybe even construction work. Maybe countless smaller opportunities that help players earn money without immediately turning to crime. Especially in this day and age, Uber, DoorDash, and many other side hustles are very popular, and it would make sense that Rockstar adds this to Grand Theft Auto 6. And honestly, that might be one of the biggest differences between GTA 6 and previous Rockstar titles. It feels like there are actual people living normal lives in the game. If Rockstar successfully blends criminal careers and ordinary jobs, then Leonida could become the most immersive open world they've ever created. And ultimately, that's what will determine whether GTA 6 lives up to the hype. Not the graphics, not the map size, and not mostly based on the story. It's whether Rockstar can create a world that players want to live in for years. Because if these jobs and businesses are as deep as we're hoping, GTA 6 won't just be another game. It'll become a platform that millions of players never want to leave. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. What job do you want to see most in Grand Theft Auto 6? Personally, for me, it would be hunting, but just let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Anyways, guys, it's been your boy Tricky, and I'm out. Peace.